Okay, good morning and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will present a case study titled Fire from the Storm Chemical Release at Biolab. Let me share the PowerPoint. All right. Um, Fire from the Storm Chemical Release at Biolab. This incident, which happened in Conyers, Georgia on September 29, 2024, become one of the most serious chemical disaster in recent years. In this presentation, I will show the sequence of events, the chemical hazard involved, the community impact, and the lesson we can learn from this tragedy. So in the early morning of September 29, a massive fire broke out at the biolab facility. A large plume of red, orange, and gray smoke rose into the sky and could be seen from miles across the Atlanta region. More than 17,000 residents were evacuated. Almost 90,000 others were ordered to shelter in place, and a major highway, Interstate 20, had to be closed due to toxic smoke moving across the area. The scale of the emergency response already showed how severe this incident was. Next is the interestingly, the disaster began not with human error, but with the malfunction of a safety system. A sprinkler, which was supposed to protect the facility, spread water directly onto water-reactive chemicals stored in the warehouse. This caused a violent exothermic reaction involving BCDMH, TCCA, and DCCA chemical commonly used for pool treatment. The heat from this reaction ignited surrounding materials, causing the first wave of fire. Even after firefighters believed they had contained the blaze, it reignited hours later, producing thick, multicolored smoke. Um, the toxic chemical was released. The visible smoke was frightening, but the invisible chemicals released into the air posed the greatest threat. Chlorine gas became the primary concern, causing breathing difficulty, eye irritation, and potential long-term lung damage. And the ammonia, volatile organic compounds, and sulfur-based compounds were also detected drifting across the region. These invisible gases traveled far beyond the evacuation zone and even reached part of Metro Atlanta, exposing thousands of additional residents. Um, what makes this case especially concerning is that the 2024 fire was not an isolated incident. Biolab has had multiple fires over the past 2 decades, including fires in 24, 2020, and several incidents between 2020 and 2024 at their Louisiana facility. OSHA, or let's call it OSHA, had repeatedly cited the company for improper chemical storage and inadequate safety protocols. However, the penalties were small compared to the company revenue, and meaningful improvement were never implemented. Um, During the incident, communication from authorities was slow and inconsistent. Many residents received warning hours late, while others received conflicting information. Shelter in place order lasted for weeks with families unable to open windows or go outdoors. People reported coughing, burning eyes, skin irritation, headaches, and difficulty breathing. Beyond health impacts, business closed, schools moved to remote learning, and property values dropped significantly. More than a dozen lawsuits have since been filed against Biolab and its parent company. And the next is the long-term health concerns. Although the smoke eventually cleared, the long-term health effects remain uncertain. Residents and first responders may face chronic respiratory problems, cardiovascular risks, and neurological issues. Also, even increased cancer risks due to exposure by VOCs and other toxic compounds. These health effects may take years to fully understand. And the next is we talk about environmental and structural damage. The warehouse at the center of the fire, Land 12, was completely destroyed. The steel beams melted and the entire structure collapsed. For weeks after the incident, smoke continued to rise from the debris as cleanup crews removed contaminated materials. Soil and water testing is still ongoing, with early findings showing chemical deposition within at least a 1 mile radius. Then, about the accountability and lesson learned, this disaster raises serious question about regulatory oversight in the chemical industry. OSHA's penalty for the violation only about $48,000 was extremely small for a company of the size. Critical safety systems such as specialized extinguish system for water-reactive chemicals were either missing or inadequate. There were also major gaps in emergency preparedness and coordination with local authorities. Experts argue that stricter regulation, real-time emission monitoring, larger buffer zones, and meaningful penalties are urgently needed. Moving forward about protecting and from chemical disaster. In conclusion, the biological disaster show us that chemical accidents are preventable, but only with strong safety protocols, transparent communication, and genuine accountability. Communities must have access to independent environmental monitoring, and companies with repeated violation must face consequences that push them to change. And the people of Conyers trusted the, that the system around them would protect them because uh, this system wasn't protected. So it makes the trust was broken. But with the right reforms, we can prevent similar incidents from happening in the future. Okay, maybe that's all I can present. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon.